Yes, I understand the concern. My organization can handle it.
Come in, Mr. Kane.
Sean!
I understand that since you left the force, you no longer carry a weapon.
He is a weapon.
Incidentally, I want to thank you, you and Heather here, for your tireless pursuit of this. Well, I doubt if we shall have any further use for Mr. Kane. Professor? The professor has quite a way with the ladies.
Untie me, quick. I have to follow behind you. We must be a team.
You're right. I'm in this for the money, Sean. That's as far as it goes.
Was it you, Mac, that set Dave and I up with Montoya?
I never would have done it if I'd known what was going to happen. I had no idea what they were going to do, I swear to you. Sean, I just got in too deep. Don't come any closer, Sean.
I'm gonna take you in, Mac.
Kane.
Try me.
Begins in San Francisco, where undercover narcotics detective Sean Kane and Dave Pierce park outside a rundown hotel to meet their informant, Tony Montoya. Montoya has promised to reveal the identity of the mastermind behind a powerful Asian drug syndicate.
There he is. All right.
After spotting Montoya entering the hotel, Sean and Dave exit their vehicle to make contact. Inside the lobby, a television broadcasts a live news report by investigative reporter Linda Chan, who is also Dave's girlfriend. While Dave pauses briefly to watch her on screen, Sean approaches Montoya.
Talk, they can do a lot of things. I mean, they're specialists in relating to people.
Rather than talk in the crowded lobby, Montoya insists they move behind the building.
Hey, I don't like it, man. Something's wrong.
Will you just relax, huh?
As they follow him outside, Sean quietly warns Dave that something feels wrong, but Dave brushes off his concerns, assuming Montoya simply wants privacy. Sean's instincts prove correct. Upon entering the dark alley, armed gunmen ambush them. Sean is shot in the arm, and Dave is shot in the chest. Before Sean can recover, a driver in a speeding car deliberately runs Dave down, and a subsequent explosion leaves Dave dead. Wounded but determined, Sean pursues one of the gunmen into the building and corners him on an upper floor. When Sean attempts to make an arrest, the suspect lunges at him with a knife. The suspect lands on a parked vehicle below and dies instantly in front of horrified bystanders and arriving officers.
Dane, you are a reckless man.
The next morning, Sean is summoned by his commanding officer, Captain Stevens.
Your partner Pierce gets incinerated and you go berserk in front of a street full of people, turning the whole stupid thing into a headline story and blowing 14 goddamn months of work.
Captain Stevens harshly reprimands Sean for the suspect's highly public death and the resulting public relations crisis. Stevens orders Sean off the case and threatens disciplinary action if he interferes.
I'll save you the trouble.
Unwilling to abandon his partner's murder investigation, Sean resigns from the police force, surrendering his badge and service revolver to pursue the killers on his own terms. Later, at Dave's funeral, Sean meets with a devastated Linda Chan. Determined to find justice, Linda vows to use her position as a reporter to expose the drug cartel.
Sean, I have so much anger. I want these people to feel what I'm feeling.
Sean warns her of the danger, but she remains resolute.
They're not gonna get away with this, Sean. They're not.
The following morning, Sean watches an investigative report by Linda detailing how Hong Kong triads smuggle heroin into the United States using local corrupt officials to evade capture.
Next time we'll take a look at some of the shadowy figures behind the heroin traffic here on the West Coast.
He then receives a frantic call from Linda at a train station, who states she is being followed by an intimidating man known as the Professor and several of his associates.
Which station? Linda!
She hangs up abruptly to flee and narrowly escapes by catching a taxi back to her apartment.
Hello?
Once safe, she calls Sean again to report that she has uncovered vital evidence regarding the drug ring.
Go down to the pier. I'll meet you in the boat. It'll be faster. Linda?
Sean tells Linda to leave the house because it isn't safe for her. However, before she can leave, the Professor breaks into her apartment, overpowers her, and strangles her to death. When Sean arrives, he finds the police have already cordoned off the crime scene.
Hey, where do you think you're going?
Okay, Ed.
Though initially stopped by officers, Sean is allowed inside by his former colleague, Detective Tom McCoy.
The phone call she had there, she didn't say where she was except at a BART station.
Excuse me.
Sean meets Heather Sullivan, Linda's grieving colleague from the news station. Captain Stevens soon arrives at the scene, and when he discovers Sean, he immediately orders him to leave.
Police personnel only in this apartment. Everybody else, clear the area. That means you, Kane.
Outside, television station owner Morgan Canfield arrives but refuses to comment to the media.
No comment, ladies and gentlemen. Excuse me, I can't discuss this matter.
Following Linda's death, Sean visits her father, James Chan, at his isolated cliffside home to pay his respects and seek guidance from his former martial arts mentor. He finds James grieving and delivers the details of Linda and Dave's murders, explaining that he has resigned from the police force to hunt the killers. James offers philosophical advice on vengeance, warning Sean that blind anger will make him sloppy and lead to his death.
I'm expecting a Captain Stevens.
I'll wait here.
Suddenly, triad thugs who have infiltrated the property ambush Sean outside. Sean uses his martial arts skills to defeat the initial attackers, but a helicopter rises over the ridge and opens fire on the house with heavy machine guns, forcing Sean to retreat inside for cover. There, he finds James battling several other thugs. Together, they defeat the remaining intruders. The attack confirms to James that the cartel is actively eliminating anyone investigating their operations, prompting him to join forces with Sean.
We must go forward with this. You and I.
Okay, James.
To begin their investigation, Sean meets Heather at the television station. With her assistance, they review raw, unedited footage of Linda's recent reports.
Down here along these mean streets, a scene of hopelessness, despair, and tragedy. So much heroin is being smuggled into this country. Drug enforcement people are dubbing it the...
In the background of one broadcast, Sean spots their missing informant Tony Montoya, standing near a commercial freighter docked at the harbor.
Mr. Kane, could you come to see me before you leave?
It's Mr. Canfield, isn't it?
Yes, that's right.
During their review, Morgan Canfield calls Sean to his office to offer his condolences.
Are you sure you won't...
No, thank you.
Linda was very special to me. Now, I don't normally allow access to station news material, not to the police, not to anybody. It's a matter of policy, you understand. I even denied access to Captain Stevens. But I know your reputation, and I'm impressed.
Canfield pledges the news station's resources to help Sean find Linda's killers, assuring him that if there's anything he needs, he shouldn't hesitate to ask. Sean and James then search the streets for contacts associated with Montoya, eventually cornering a local criminal named Nicky LaBelle.
Tony Montoya, Nicky. He's back in town, and you know where he is.
James forces LaBelle to reveal Montoya's location. Sean and James confront Montoya at a local brothel.
Hello, Tony. Long time no see.
What? Listen to me! It wasn't my fault. There was nothing else I could do!
After Sean uses physical force, a terrified Montoya explains that the alley meeting was a trap set because the syndicate discovered he was an informant.
The name, Tony.
Before Montoya can name the mastermind, the hitman who targeted Linda opened fire from a distance, forcing Sean and James to take cover while the assassin seize Montoya, snap his neck before fleeing. This convinces Sean that there is a mole within the police department leaking information.
Let's get out of here. Okay, stay put. I'll be right there.
Shortly afterwards, Heather finds her apartment ransacked by intruders. Inspecting the damage, Sean deduces that the killers are searching for the physical evidence Linda discovered. Heather mentions that the freighter in the background of Linda's footage was named the Sulu Sea. Armed with this lead, Sean sneaks onto the docked vessel under the cover of night. In the cargo hold, he discovers illegal narcotics smuggled inside hollowed-out firecrackers imported from Hong Kong. Sean soon gets spotted by the ship's crew and armed guards sparking fight on the deck. Sean uses his hand-to-hand combat skills to defeat multiple guards before kicking a light fixture that ignites the fireworks, allowing him to escape as Captain Stevens and other officers watch the commotion from a distance.
What are you doing?
Meanwhile, Heather examines Linda's personal belongings and finds a small key hidden inside her bag. Realizing it belongs to a public locker, Heather goes to the train station, retrieves a cassette tape Linda had hidden there. She leaves a message on Sean's home telephone, instructing him to meet her at the television station.
So please meet me there as soon as you can. Bye.
Sean rushes to the station, where Detective Tom McCoy meets him in the lobby and escorts him to Morgan Canfield's private office. Inside, they find Canfield playing the retrieved tape, which contains an audio recording of a telephone conversation between Canfield and the leaders of the drug cartel, exposing Canfield as the mastermind.
Sean!
McCoy draws his weapon on Sean, revealing himself as the police mole working for Canfield's payoffs.
He was telling me about the Sulu Sea.
Was he? I wonder who else he told.
Nobody, I think.
Splendid.
Canfield orders his henchmen to take Heather hostage and transport her to his private estate, instructing McCoy and the professor to execute Sean. Suddenly, James bursts into the room, disarming McCoy and the henchmen. Sean pursues Canfield to the rooftop to save Heather but arrives just as Canfield's helicopter departs. Sean confronts McCoy over his betrayal.
How much to get for something like this?
A lot. I never would have done it if I'd have known what was going to happen. Don't come any closer, Sean.
I'm gonna take you in, Mac.
After a brief struggle, Sean neutralizes McCoy, and he and James set off for Canfield's estate. At the estate, Canfield has gathered his international buyers to distribute the newly arrived drug shipment.
Sean! Oh! Get down.
Captain Stevens and a large police contingent, having tracked a suspicious transport truck from the port, arrive and initiate a massive shootout with Canfield's security guards. Taking advantage of the chaos, Sean and James slip onto the property. James locates the professor and engages him in combat, but the professor's immense physical size and strength prove overwhelming, and James is knocked unconscious. Sean arrives as James is defeated and challenges the professor to a one-on-one coffee table with a spinning kick. Canfield enters the room, holding Heather hostage at gunpoint and threatening to kill her if Sean does not surrender.
I wouldn't hesitate to shoot this young lady, you know.
As Canfield speaks, Sean spots a large dog nearby and recognizes it as the animal he saw in the passenger seat of the speeding car that killed Dave, realizing Canfield was the driver. James provides a distraction, allowing Sean to lunge forward and overpower Canfield. Captain Stevens and his officers enter the room with weapons drawn, urging Sean to let Canfield face the law. Though furious and seeking lethal revenge for Dave and Linda, Sean relents at the urging of Heather and James, allowing the police to arrest Canfield. Once the situation is secure, Stevens reveals to Sean that he had suspected McCoy and Canfield for some time but lacked the physical evidence to secure a conviction.
That little stunt you pulled last night at the Sulu Sea was what made this whole thing possible.
With the seized drug shipment and Linda's tape, they now have a solid case. The story ends with Stevens thanking Sean and apologizing for his earlier behavior and reinstates him to the police force. Subscribe for more dramas like this, and don't forget to like this video, it really helps the channel grow.